For my choice novel, I read Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. And during this video, I'm going to take you guys through a summary of the novel and a recommendation of two similar books, as well as showing you guys my own version of the book cover and a Spotify playlist for the main character. First, we're going to start with the synopsis, the little summary we have. Turtles All the Way Down is a young adult drama novel with the main character Ozza Holmes, a 16-year-old junior at Bay River High School who struggles with OCD. Davis Pickett, a guy whom she met a few years back at a grief camp, has a billionaire father who has run away from their house. Ozza and her best friend Daisy go on a mission to find him, but Davis just offers them the money the police have promised to give out to whoever found him. One day, Ozza and Daisy are arguing in Ozza's car. They get into an accident that damages Ozza's liver, and she has to become hospitalized. Her OCD controls her, and she drinks hand sanitizer while in the hospital. While Davis was Ozza's love interest for so long, their relationships look so different when she's out of the hospital, mainly because Davis has to move away from her. The two novels that I would recommend to you if you enjoyed Turtles All the Way Down are All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven and Paper Towns by John Green. I chose these novels specifically because they're both young adult fiction novels that are very similar to Turtles All the Way Down. Just like Turtles All the Way Down, All the Bright Places takes place in modern-day Indiana, and it follows two teenagers, a girl and a guy, named Violet and Finch. Just like how in Turtles All the Way Down, we follow the story of Ozza and Davis, which are also a couple of teenagers. A little intro to All the Bright Places. Finch is the main character, and he's a boy who has struggled with mental illness in the past and has a harsh history of it, and his family and friends just don't understand it and they won't admit it. He gets bullied at his school a lot, and his life just looks so much different than those around him, and he struggles to live the teenager life that he really wants to. That, I would say, is very similar to Ozza's situation and how her disorder just affects her day-to-day life and just her relationships, as well as so many more things in her life. All the Bright Places also explores the topics of love, loss, and mental health in general, just like how they're addressed in Turtles All the Way Down. Now, moving on to the second novel, Paper Towns by John Green, is also similar to Turtles All the Way Down. It's a coming-of-age story. It's in Orlando, Florida, so kind of like city area still. The same vibes and settings to it as Turtles All the Way Down. However, it connects to Turtles All the Way Down a little differently compared to the novel above it, because instead of exploring the topics of love and mental illness, it focuses on the mystery aspect of what would make a young adult novel. It's basically about a group of students who are focusing on finding their classmate that has gone missing during their senior year of high school. I chose to redesign the cover of the novel like this, what you can see here, because I thought that maybe I should add in more detail than what the original cover already has. I kept the spirals from the original cover because I thought that they represent Ozza's OCD intrusive thoughts very well, but I added more colors to the spirals because I wanted to show how her thoughts consumed her no matter what she was doing or what situation she was in. So the colors are just meant to represent different situations in life. I also added band-aids and the hand sanitizer because of her obsessive fear of microbial contamination and bacteria. The turtle on this cover represents the title and the astronomy lecture that Ozza was a part of. I added the paint and the paintbrush because Davis did a lot of art and Ozza got involved in a few of his art stuff as well. Lastly, I thought that the cover wouldn't be complete without a person on it, so I also put a human face underneath all the colors and ripples of spirals, because I wanted to show that behind every mind spiral and obsessive fear is still a human that still deserves love and what everybody else gets to experience. Last but not least, I made a Spotify playlist for Ozza, the main character. The Spotify playlist has a total of 12 songs in it. Here you can see the first 6 songs, and now the next 6 songs. For the first song, I chose Meet Me at Our Spot because the song itself kind of focuses on two people who are wrestling with anxiety themselves, and they just want to meet up at a place and forget about all of their worries and just talk to each other and hang out. I felt like this was fitting because not only does Oz's OCD cause her to have so much anxiety, she also just finds a lot of comfort in hanging out with Daisy after school, especially in their designated spot, which is Applebee's. A few verses in the song repeats, "Meet me at our spot, got something I want to show you, meet me at our spots, they can't find us there." And their spot would be Applebee's, so this would be an appropriate song. While Ozzo loves hanging out with her best friend, she also needs her alone time as well. Her obsessive fear of bacteria makes being intimate super difficult for her. A lot of times she would tell Davis that she needed a lot of time to herself, that she preferred texting over physical contact. And that's why I put the song Leave Me Alone on her playlist. I also chose the song Serotonin as one of the top songs on the playlist because during the song, songwriters goes into details about her own intrusive thoughts, just like intrusive thoughts that Ozza has. And she says, "I get intrusive thoughts like cutting my hands off, like jumping in front of a bus, like how do I make this stop?" Oz's OCD causes her to have a lot of intrusive thoughts as well, which are not cute or pretty at all, just like the things that she mentions in this song, Serotonin. Drinking hand sanitizer was one of those intrusive thoughts that she just could not win against, and this song could not be more perfect for her playlist. Here I have my works cited page. I used Goodreads to get information about the novel All the Right Places, and also used John Green's Books website to get information about the Paper Towns novel. And lastly, here are the sources I used to get my pictures for the introduction slide and for the 2 book recommendations as well. Well, this is the end of the presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching.